Praise the Lord, everyone. Today let us learn a lesson from Tower of Babel in Bible. The story of the Tower of Babel in the book of Genesis teaches several important lessons that resemble in our lives today. Firstly, the danger of pride. The people in the story of Babel wanted to build a tower that would reach to the heavens to make a name for themselves. This was an act of pride, and it led to their downfall. Similarly, in our lives, we can fall into the trap of pride by seeking our own glory rather than God's glory. Secondly, the importance of unity. The people in the story of Babel were united in their purpose, but their unity was misplaced. As a result, God confused their language, and they could no longer understand each other. In our lives, it is important to seek unity in the right things, such as our shared faith in God. Thirdly, the consequences of disobedience. The people in the story of Babel disobeyed God by building the tower. As a result, they faced consequences such as confusion and disunity. In our lives, disobedience can lead to negative consequences as well. Fourthly, the value of diversity. The story of Babel shows us that God values diversity in language and culture. The confusion of languages at Babel allowed for the development of different cultures and languages around the world. In our lives, we can learn to appreciate and value diversity in our communities. Actually, what does Tower of Babel symbolize to understand? The Tower of Babel story in the Bible, found in Genesis 11:1-9, is symbolic of several things. Here are a few possible interpretations. 1. Pride and rebellion. In the story, the people of Babel sought to build a tower that would reach to the heavens, so that they could make a name for themselves and not be scattered across the earth. This was an act of pride and rebellion against God's plan for them. The tower represented their desire to be self-sufficient and independent of God. As a result, God confused their language and scattered them across the earth, foiling their plans. 2. Idolatry. The tower may have also represented an attempt to reach the gods or the divine realm through human effort, rather than through faith and obedience to God. This is a form of idolatry, which is the worship of anything other than God. By confusing their language and scattering them, God was putting an end to their idolatrous practices. 3. Sinful human nature. The Tower of Babel story also reveals the sinful nature of humanity. Even after the flood, in which God destroyed the earth because of human wickedness, people continued to rebel against God and pursue their own desires. The story shows how easily humans can be led astray by pride, rebellion, and idolatry. Overall, the Tower of Babel story serves as a warning against the dangers of pride, rebellion, and idolatry. It reminds us that God is in control and that our ultimate purpose is to serve and obey Him, rather than to pursue our own selfish desires.